Welcome back. Hope you're having a great day out there. Before I get into this video, I did want to mention this will probably be my last video of the week as I am heading out to Missouri tomorrow for the 3 nights over at Lucas Oil Speedway with Highlander Racing. So we'll probably not have a video out for the rest of the week. Just wanted to keep you updated on that. And also now concerning this video, this topic is not new information, right? I mean, this is stuff that we've known for a long time. The wing sprint car drivers do get paid way better than non-wing drivers. And over the years, I feel like it has just multiplied, from a few years ago compared to now. The discrepancy is enormous in how much money the wing guys are getting in comparison to the non-wing guys, right? And there's a lot of different things going into this, right? So for the non-wing guys, they don't race nearly as much. And for a lot of them, they don't race just the non-wing sprint car. A lot of them are running midgets. They're running Silver Crown cars, right? So only the numbers from non-wing sprint cars, no midget stuff, no Silver Crown stuff is involved in these numbers over here when it comes to the guys that run without the wing on top of the car. But I wanted to compare and contrast. I did this video last year and it did very well. And I wanted to do it again because the numbers are still just astounding to see the difference between the two different divisions. So over here is the top 10 in earners so far in Wing 410 and the top 10 over here in non-Wing 410 as well. At the bottom, we've got a couple of numbers as well. So Buddy Kofoid currently leads the way in wing sprint cars with $556,755 in earnings. He has 38 races on the season so far, and that means his average earnings per race is $14,651. So Buddy Kofoid has been winning basically every single race that averages out to him getting a World of Outlaws win, right? An Outlaw win or a high limit win usually is about $12,000 to win. He's averaging $14,651. Kyle Cummins is the leading driver with the non-wing sprint cars right now. He is currently leading the USAC sprint car points as well. Cummins, $82,204 that he has earned so far this year. He's only ran 22 races though, but his total as far as the average per race is $3,736. And when you compare Kyle Cummins' $82,000 in earnings compared to the full list of wing sprint car drivers, he would end up 19th on the overall earnings list as it sits right now. So he is way down the order. And it gets worse, obviously, as we continue on. Justin Grant currently sitting second in the overall earnings in non-wing sprint cars. He has 20 races this year. He has made $56,400, and that averages out to $2,820. He would be 33rd on the list of drivers with the wing sprint cars with that $56,000 in earnings. So Grant, I mean, it is a pretty big gap from first to second. I mean, the same thing can be said over here as well, but I mean, the wing guys just had a 100,000 win race, a 55,000 win race, a 250,000 win race, right? So that kind of makes sense why there is such a big gap there. There has not been that type of money doled out to the guys in non-wing so far this year. Kevin Thomas Jr., he is next on the list, and he has not the most races on the board, but one of the guys with the most races overall. $44,149 for KT. It averages out in his 27 races to $1,635 per race, which is 40th overall if you were to put that number over on this side of the board. So getting down pretty low, almost outside the top 50 already. Ricky Lewis, who is also the winningest driver in non-wing sprint cars this year. He has the most races out of anybody. 30 races on the season for Ricky Lewis. $39,900, and it equals out to just $1,330 for Ricky Lewis. And he's one of those guys that does not run midgets and he does not run Silver Crown cars. I mean, he is strictly a non-wing guy, 44th on the earnings list if he was on the wing side of things. So Ricky Lewis might be winning a lot of races, but when he runs as many races as he does, he needs to win a lot more because that $1,330, we've heard how much money it takes to drop the door on a sprint car race. $1,330 a race is really not that good, but Ricky Lewis is fourth right now when it comes to non-wing earnings. Logan Seavey is fifth overall at $36,804. Just 19 races on the year so far for him, which is so far out of all the drivers we looked at, is the least amount. $1,937 for Seavey. He is 51st if you were to put him on this side of the board. Logan is a guy that runs Silver Crown. He does run midgets. He runs late models. He does run wing sprint cars as well. So he has made more than $36,000 this year, but That right there, that is obviously just with the non-wing sprint cars. So not ideal. It's been a little bit of a tough year for Logan Seavey. He hasn't won as many races as I think he was hoping for. How about Brady Bacon is 6th on the board in non-wing sprint car earnings when he has been primarily a wing driver this year? $34,250 in earnings for Brady Bacon in 9 races. And so that equates out to $3,805 in average earnings per race for him, which if you look at the board, that is the highest total out of anybody so far. Brady Bacon has only ran 9 races. He's 54th if you were to put him on the wing side of the earnings, which is so interesting because Brady Bacon's winged earnings, he is 53rd on the list. So he's 53rd on the list in wing earnings, and he would be 54th with his non-wing earnings, if that makes any sense right there. But it's crazy to think that Brady Bacon, 9 races in, is 6th on the board for this. Also, another crazy one is Dason Persley, who is a full-time high-limit racing driver. $31,029 made for him this year. $2,585 the average per race. He's ran 12 events so far this year without the wing on. 59th overall if you were to put him on the wing side of things when it comes to the earnings. Jake Swanson, Robert Ballou, Briggs Danner, those are the final 3 guys in the top 10. They've all ran 25, 19, 27 races, and all of their earnings are outside the top 60 if you were to try and compare them to the wing side of things. Now, just to kind of do a little bit of comparison, we'll go to 5th place right here on the wing side. Bill Baylog, this is a guy, we've talked about him here recently a lot with his very good week at Huset's. He's up to $172,225 on the year. He has ran 38 races, and that equates out to $4,532 per race. And then down here at the very bottom, we'll go with Sheldon Haudenschild. Actually, let's go to Kyle Larson because he does have the least amount of races on the board. Larson's made $144,850 in 18 races this year, which is the second best average per race is $8,047 compared to everybody else on here. He's only behind Buddy Kofoid in that number. I also did want to look at Anthony Macri because he does have the most races out of anybody so far this year in wing sprint cars. He has made $171,282 in 41 events, which equates out to $4,177 for Anthony Macri. And then we'll finish things off down here with Sheldon Haudenschild at $137,700. His equates out to $3,825 in 36 races this year. So the 10th place guy for wing sprint cars and earnings, as far as the average amount of money he makes per race, is more than the number 1 guy over here on this side of the board. And it is, I mean, it's the most out of anybody. Brady Bacon is about $20 behind him when it comes to the average amount per race. So just crazy numbers. And then down here at the bottom, the overall total payout for all wing 410 races so far this year is $7,773,742. That's just so far. I mean, it's going to get over 10 million easily by the end of the year, maybe even 11 or 12 million. But for the non-wing side of things, they've only got a total payout of $1,180,412. So 7 times more money has been paid out to wing sprint car drivers so far in 2025. But another thing you have to look at is the total race count. So far, there have been 196 wing 410 races this year as compared to 67 for the non-wing stuff, right? So a very, very big difference when you look at every single metric here on the board. It is incredible how much more money wing sprint car guys are getting. And this is no slight at non-wing guys. My first love in sprint cars was non-wing USAC sprint cars. I wanted to be the announcer for USAC for a long time. Things did not work out for me in that realm. Obviously, we know what I'm doing now, but I loved USAC. I love non-wing sprint cars. I love midgets. The Silver Crown, all that stuff was my first love. And so I feel bad for some of these guys, man, because I feel like they are putting their lives on the line. Like the non-wing stuff, in my opinion, is more dangerous. And these guys are making way less money than these guys over here. Now, it's not to disparage these guys. Obviously, they are risking their lives every single night. But I just feel like the non-wing stuff is just a little bit more dangerous. And then, of course, with the midgets and the Silver Crown stuff, I feel like these guys, I wish they would get rewarded a little bit better. But that's the world we live in right now. And so hopefully things go up for them. But right now, this is what we're working with, guys. So let me know your thoughts. What do you think about these different payouts? I would love to hear your thoughts in the comment section below. Make sure to hit like, hit subscribe, and we'll talk to you guys again next week here on the Rodman Rundown. Going to be heading to the airport in the morning to head out to Missouri. Hopefully you were able to tune in on Flu Racing for the 3 nights at Lucas Oil Speedway. Thank you again for watching. We'll talk to you guys again here soon.